Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik with RazorEmporium.com. Today to do another installment of the Razor Archive series, moving our way through the history of the new improved era. So rather than the old type where a ladies offering wasn't made till years and years after the old type was on the market, there was an idea at the very impetus, at the very beginning of the new improved era for a ladies razor, and that was the Milady Decollette. And that was a very handsome razor model put into 3 different presentation cases like this. And I only have one. I don't have every razor. People think I own every razor ever. I own a lot, but there was, this is the coral, there was also the jade, and there was the white. There's white, green, and pink, more or less. All of them had this really cool design where it looks like a square, and then you just kind of fold one side over, and there's little slots for your different components. You'd have a handle in one, you would have a head in the other, and a blade bank. Oh, got the head and the blade bank mixed up. There we go. Blade bank in the last one. So all 3 can fit in here, and it's the perfect travel thing for a lady. You can throw it in your purse, throw it in your garment bag, throw it in your bathroom, wherever you need it. Now, this era of razor came out at a very interesting time, kind of historically. So it's your standard new improved head. There's nothing about this head that makes it a ladies razor. Even this handle, it's the same handle as the tuckaway. In fact, if you had this together, you would think that's a tuckaway razor, and it really is. The only thing that really changes is if you're going to then put it into this case, and it's going to have a different look in the case. So it features the same stabilizer pins, the open comb design, the fulcrum shoulder. It's all the same attributes of the new improved razor. What this did, though, social, cultural kind of reference, is this was a turning point for ladies. If you didn't already know, it was the 20s, the roaring 20s. Women were making strides in culture and in society, and the big fashion trend started to be underarm shaving. So ladies were doing more and more of getting rid of that unsightly hair that would maybe be a source of smell, maybe also be staining their clothes. Women were shaving parts of their face. Maybe they had a little bit of some whiskers around the corner of their mouth. They would be shaving that, or sideburns that were coming down. They could shave that. Even the back of their neck. A lot of women had the bob cut, and so they were shaving up the back of their neck to make a nice clean neckline. And this was driving men crazy everywhere because they'd be grabbing the guy's razor, dad's razor or their husband's razor, and dulling their blades and clogging them up and all the fun things with sharing razors that go back and forth. So definitely it was nice to see an offering for ladies. They were sold for $6. So they were gold plated. And it's interesting to note that this same case and the same kind of concept was the exact same just a few years later with the new era. So we'll talk about that a little later, the difference between the new improved and the new. But just know that this is the new head, has no stabilizer pins, has a long channel going across the whole distance, and it's serial numbered on the head. So this is the new improved. This is 20s, this is 30s. But same exact handle, same exact blade bank, same exact cases. So very, very, very similar set. And they should be. They're just a few years apart. The change here really represents patents expiring and conflicts with other blade manufacturers, not necessarily a whole different razor design. Very interesting period of time. I think anything with ladies' razors is kind of a fascinating topic because it represents culture. We think of today ladies being primped and proper and clean and trying to look like Venus coming out of the shell. But it took a while to get there. We didn't have these concepts and these expectations for ladies the whole time, and a lot of it was shaped by razor companies, and a lot of that goes up to Gillette. I mean, they were using female actors and singers and all sorts of cultural pressure to try to tell them what kind of lady they needed to be. And what your opinion on that subject doesn't really make a difference. I like to look at the history of it, not always the different angles here necessarily, but very interesting period of time, the M'Lady Decolette. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1, you can find this at a thrift store, and 5, it belongs in a museum. I would give this a rating of just the razor, probably 2.5, 3. You get into the presentation case, the blade bank, and full set of blades like this. you're definitely going to get into the 4.5, 5 out of 5. So, and truth be told, I actually picked this myself at an antique store in California many, many moons ago, and it was just sitting there in a display case, closed, and I don't think people even know what it was, and I knew what it was, and opened it up, and sure enough, the whole set was there. So, good things are out there if you keep on hunting. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you do comment, if you have a ladies' razor, if you hate ladies shaving, if you think women shouldn't shave at all or otherwise, please leave a comment. I want to hear from you. And if you do, you're entered to win this, the official Razor Emporium black and blue t-shirt. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving.